right, so let's get started. Let's do a little bit of breathing and some release to the shoulders. So let's take our hands. We did these last week where we weave the ribs. We bring our fingers together like a corset. Okay, we're going to take a nice inhale and expand and exhale. Feel them weave. Now inhale, I'd like you to do that and also elevate the shoulders to the ears. So we're going to inhale and exhale. We feel our ribs weave together and down to our hips. We'll do that again. Inhale. Expand east to west, take in a deep breath. It's actually really typical to breathe in, widen through the ribs and hold it and maintain it. There's work there. Exhale. Shoulders away from the ears. We're going to take our fingers out to the sides of the mat. We're going to roll the shoulders back for 4. I'm doing some shoulder work to warm up here because you might be looking at a tablet more. You might be home sitting at your kitchen table with your work device. So now we'll roll forward. I can't tell you how many people are telling me that they're tight in their neck because they're looking at their devices all day. So we're just doing some rolled shoulders forward. And we're going to just pull our elbows into the side of the body and then reach it out. And then into the side of the body and reach it out. Good. Now, although I'm looking up at you, I'd like you to keep your chin nice and neutral, okay? You want to avoid looking at the tablet. Once you know your exercise, kind of zone out in front of you. I might be looking up, but you can see where my chin goes. Slightly different position. Just trying to loosen up the shoulders here. If you have toning balls or if you have soup cans, you can use that. Like I said, today is just mat, your body weight. Your limbs weigh something, so it works when you just use your arm length or your leg length. Stay here. We're going to go backwards circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, breathe, 5, 6, 7, other direction. You could also be standing or kneeling here. 3, 4. For me, I like to sit just because I don't have to change the camera angle, but you could always be streaming this to your television or standing in front of your tablet. Last one, take it nice overhead, inhale and exhale to release. So that's why I like to sit here, only so that I stay in the camera. Exhale. But I do love to stand or kneel for my exercises. As you'll see in some of my other workouts, I give some kneeling options and some standing options. We go up. 3 more. 2 more. And 1. Good. And before we start this workout, we'll start it in a nice flexible position. Roll it forward and stretch it forward. Reach it out in front of you. Stretch down to the ground. And then roll it back and stretch it open. One more time. If you want to switch, which leg is crossed over, because you'll feel that in the opposite glute. Stretch it forward. This is actually my harder side. Reach it. Draw it back. And open it up. Nice. So we're going to go ahead and lie down to the mat. We're going to sit at the edge of the mat, all the way at the edge of the mat. Reach the arms out in front of you. Inhale, prepare. And exhale. Roll down to the mat. Rest your hands down by your sides. Roll the shoulders back and down. Keep your collarbone nice and long. And also 18 inches, about 12 to 18 inches from your glutes to your heels. We're going to do a hip release today. Here, laterally rotate your thighs. Straighten out your legs. Keep some tension in your abdominals. Roll your legs back to center and to parallel like railroad tracks and drag it back in. Okay. If you need to use your hardwood floors and not the yoga mat because it pulls with you, then please just move your feet to the hardwood floors. Roll it out. I pull my leggings over my heels so my feet slide in nicely. You can also try a towel or a ball or a foam roller. Laterally rotate. Slide it out. We're just releasing the hips, which is why it's called hip release. Take it back and drag it in one more time. We laterally rotate and slide it out. We rotate back to center and we drag it in, zipping up those abdominals. Let's go the other direction. Slide it out, laterally rotate, drag it in. That's where that mat came in and I just kind of bypassed the mat. That's fine. Slide it out in parallel. Don't have your feet feel heavy. Laterally rotate and slide it in. I took my feet lighter on this time and it didn't take the mat in as much. 2 more. Slide it out. I love doing this exercise, especially on the mini balls or the big resistance balls. Okay, and if you happen to be at the gym and you have the toning balls, they can be underneath the palm of your hand. Laterally rotate and drag it in. Perfect. Okay, from here, we're going to be starting in a neutral, which is a little curve underneath your lumbar spine. We're going to gently rock the pelvis into an imprint, feel the abdominals engage, and wrap around like a corset. Bring your right leg into tabletop and then your left leg. We're going to start with some alternating heel taps. We're going to inhale through the nose, exhale, tap your right heel down, and then inhale, lift. Tap your left heel down, and inhale, lift. Tap your right heel down, and lift. Tap your left heel down, and lift. Try to keep these legs at a right angle. I actually struggle with that. My legs tend to go up to the ceiling. A lot of people do. Try to feel like you're holding a mini ball right here behind your knees. And exhale, tap, roll the shoulders back, and lift. And exhale, tap, maintaining that imprint, the abdominal connection, and lift. Good. Now we're going to keep our legs in tabletop. Please know that if you're a beginner, you could put your feet down on the mat. Your arms are going to be straight up in the air. Let's alternate. We just tapped. Let's alternate our arm reach. So let's reach our right arm and then take it back to center. And let's reach our left arm. Notice nothing else changes on the opposite arm. The opposite arm anchors and the other one reaches away. Think of this as like a bow and arrow. And exhale. So one stays stable and one pulls away. Okay, and that's when you let the arrow go poof, like that. Okay, so we're going to focus on that stabilization in the opposite arm and maintaining that imprint. Now we're going to put those two movements together. I let you practice like a piano, right side, left side. Now put it together. So your right arm and your left leg are going to reach out in opposition and then take it back to center without letting that back arch. Your left arm, right leg is going to reach in opposition and then draw back in. We're going to do 3 more. And if you need to just practice the first 2 layers, that would be your beginner mark. Okay, but if you're intermediate and you've been doing Pilates for a while, you can go ahead and add on the arm and leg combo because it adds more coordination to the exercise. It also challenges your strength to move your limbs away from your core in opposition simultaneously. And then it's an exhale. Perfect. And then staying here, take a nice big inhale. On the exhale, return the feet back down one and then the other, and then rest the hands down by your sides. So next is our hip rolls, that 12 to 18 inch between the butt and the heels. Inhale through the nose, exhale, roll through an imprint, squeeze your glutes, roll your hips off the mat into your bridge, roll the shoulders back. Stay here, firmly press your right leg, pick up your left into a march, and then toe ball heel back down. Firmly press your left and pick up your right, and toe ball heel back down. Stay here on the inhale. And on the exhale, roll the spine back down, reach articulation all the way through to your neutral. If you're a beginner and you don't want to do the march, you could just do the hip roll. Roll through an imprint, squeeze your glutes, roll your hips off the mat into your bridge. Firmly press your right leg, pick up your left, stabilize. And toe ball heel back down. Firmly press your left, pick up your right. And toe ball heel back down. Stay here, squeeze the glutes, inhale. And exhale, articulate that spine, the spinal column, all the way from the top of the shoulders, all the way through to the sacrum. We're going to do 2 more if you want to make it harder. Arms up to the air. Roll through an imprint. Squeeze your glutes. Roll your hips off the mat into your bridge. This time I'd like you to press into your left and pick up your right. I changed your stability. Leg lift. Toe ball heel back down. Firmly press your right. Pick up your left. Toe ball heel back down. Remember, you don't have to do the march and the hands can be down by your side. Stay here on the inhale. And on the exhale, roll back down. Really reach those arms. Make sure they're not bent. I have to catch that myself on that all the time. One more time. Roll through an imprint. Squeeze your glutes. We're starting with that left leg. Firmly press your left. Pick up your right. Stabilize. Toe ball heel back down. Firmly press your right. Pick up your left. Toe ball heel back down. Stay here. Squeeze the glutes. I'm going to give you a challenge to pulse. You either can have your arms up or your hands down. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, pulse 8. Exhale, 7. Exhale, 6. Breathe it, 5. Scapula's nice and stable, 3. Exhale 2, exhale 1. Stay here on the inhale. And on the exhale. And let those arms just rest down by your sides. Okay, we're going to straighten out our legs. We're going to flip over onto the belly. And we're going to do extension. Tip of the nose is on your mat. Hands a little wider than the mat. Elbows by the body. Fingertips forward of the shoulders. Inhale, prepare. Exhale as you lightly extend the spine. Thoracic extension. Inhale, stay. And exhale to lower it back down. We'll do it again. Lightly extend the spine. Inhale. And exhale to lower it back down. We're going to do 2 more. Lightly extend. Inhale. And exhale, lower it back down. 1 more time. Lightly extend. Inhale, stay. And exhale, lower it back down. Reaching your arms straight out ahead of you. I do these almost every class, so you'll see them regularly. You're going to hover your arms off the mat, and we're going to pull for XW. Today, we're going to do 4 with doubles, which means both arms are moving bilaterally, evenly, back and forth. And exhale to pull. Pressing the pubic bone lightly, holding the belly button in like you're trying not to crack a baby robin's egg in your belly button. So you're holding your belly button in like a bullseye. Okay, so now we're going to pull one, reach the other, and then we're going to switch. We're going to exhale, switch, and switch, and switch. If you need to glide your hands on the floor here, I'm just sliding my hands on the floor, okay? So you can either hover and switch. Don't let the arms go up too high. And we switch. Exhale, switch. Exhale, switch. Keep your upper body low. Don't come up high. Switch, 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 and switch. Both arms reach out. Hold, inhale, and exhale, lower it back down. Nice job. We're going to warm up the back of the legs with a hamstring. Rest the fingertips down on the floor and your forehead to the fingertips. So we're going to lift up the knees. Can you see how I just elevated my legs? And we're going to curl your heels in. Flex your feet and point your toes. And flex your feet and point your toes. And flex your feet and point your toes. And flex your feet and point your toes. Any clicking at your knee and it feels uncomfortable, separate your legs. Your IT band's too tight, in my opinion. So if you need to, which I did from sitting a lot, from driving over the weekend, I separated my feet on the second, and now no more clicking at my knee. Okay, so let's hold them out, and now let's alternate them. We're going to have one and then the other, and reach and reach. For today, I'm just going to have you either do what's most comfortable to you, flex or point. I've tried to alternate them. It is extremely challenging, but if you can flex one, point the other, please do. And push. Push, knees off the ground, push. Breathe. Robin's egg in the belly button, holding it in. Don't crush it. Last one. And reach. Hold both legs out, and then lower them back down. You're going to push yourself up onto all fours. We're going to have our arms slightly forward of the shoulders. I do this one often. So we're going to just take our body weight forward. You can see I'm in a push-up position, like I could go down and up. We're not going to today yet. And then I want you to press back into neutral. I want you to cat stretch your back right here. And then extend back to neutral. Then I want you to press back a little bit more with a flat back. And then I want you to round your back again. I call this position 3. And then flat back. Then I'd like you to sit all the way back into your child's pose. Okay? We're going to drive out of the child's pose back into plank. Dart-like position and squeeze those glutes. Let's do it again. Let's press back into what I call position 2 and do a cat stretch. Slowly articulate your spine. Flatten it back out. Press back into a position 3 with a flat back. You should feel a nice stretch through your low thoracic. And now, and then neutral. Okay, and then sitting back all the way into your child's pose. Today, we're going to bend our arms and just tap yourself on the shoulder. Good job. You've done a good job Tap, tap, tap. Then extend those arms out. Let's do palms up. We're going to tap. Good job. And extend back out. We're going to do 2 more. Tap. Good job. You did a good job. You did a great job. 1 more time. Tap. Good job. Just getting some flexion at the elbow joint and elongating at the triceps. Lift those elbows, but keep those heads down. Palms stay up. Take a nice big inhale. And roll out of it. 1 vertebrae at a time. All the way through to your neutral.